It's been more than 10 years since the classic mob drama The Sopranos ended its run, and yet it's still as popular as ever. The pandemic lockdown sparked numerous rewatches from fans and introduced new audiences to the show. As well as this, a prequel movie is coming out from the show's creators, featuring Tony Soprano actor James Gandolfini's son, Michael, playing the role that made his father a household name. Fans have also been gifted with a new podcast on the show, with Steve Schirripa and Michael Imperioli, who played Bobby and Christopher on the show, in which they rewatch the drama episode by episode and give their thoughts on the show, and provide insights on how it was made. The duo have also been doing rounds with news outlets also, and The Guardian caught up with Bobby and Chris and asked them to nominate their favourite Sopranos episodes in chronological order. Please note, the following list does contain spoilers. So the first one they picked was College, Season 1, Episode 5, and Steve Schirripa said, "This put the show on the map. It was quite amazing. Here's this guy, Tony Soprano. He's balding, he's overweight, and he just murdered someone while taking his kid to college. This was a lead actor, for maybe one of the first times or ever on TV, killing someone in cold blood. So that certainly is not your ordinary TV show. HBO thought they would lose the audience if the lead killed someone, but David Chase said, 'We're going to lose the audience if he doesn't kill him. This is a bad guy, and that's what he does.'" The next one on the list is The Legend of Tennessee Moltisanti, which is Season 1, Episode 8, and Michael Imperioli says, "This is from a selfish point of view. It's the episode where I realized they were going to make my character Christopher a main figure in the show and features some of the best scenes I got to do, with Jimmy Gandolfini and Tony Sirico, and a scene with Drea Di Matteo, and I think they were some of the best scenes I got to do in the show. A defining episode for the character, and I just really enjoyed it." The next one on the list is Toodle Fuckingooh, Season 2, Episode 3, and Steve Schirripa says, "This is where you first see Richie Aprile, who was probably, in fact not probably, the scariest character on The Sopranos. He made you uneasy when he came on the screen. David Proval is a phenomenal actor and played this role like he was born into it. From the moment that he meets Tony, you know this guy is going to be a problem. Sure enough, he was. He runs Beansy over, he paralyzes him. For me, that would have been enough for the boss to get rid of him. But Tony let it go way too far for my tastes." Next on the list is Funhouse, which is Season 2, Episode 13, and Steve Schirripa says, "The episode when they killed Big Pussy. Vincent Pastore's performance was out of this world. I don't think Tony and Paulie and Silvio really wanted to kill him. He was a childhood friend, but they had no choice. He had backed them into a corner, and I think there was a lot of emotion there. The audience still felt bad for him, even though he was a snitch and a murderer. The thing that's amazing is that these are murderers, drug dealers, people that hurt innocent people, and yet you feel for these people, you root for some of them. My first day on the set, Vinny came up to me and said, 'You're going to replace me.' How many fat fucks could they have on one show?" The next one on the list is From Where to Eternity, which is Season 2, Episode 9, and Michael Imperioli says, "I've always had a soft spot for this, the first episode I wrote. It takes place with Christopher in hospital after getting shot. I try to explore what these guys did in terms of Catholicism, heaven and hell. It features Paulie Walnuts going to see a psychic. It was fun to play with those complex, big ideas. I might have overthought it. These guys didn't think much of the repercussions. They did what they did. I don't think they think much of the afterlife, to be honest, but the episode came out well." The next one on the list is Pine Barrens, Season 3, Episode 11. Steve Schirripa says, "I loved this episode, as everyone else did. One of the best hours in the history of TV, and a very funny episode. When you're doing The Sopranos, you're playing it straight, like a drama. It's just the writing and the circumstances they put you in that makes it funny. This was also the infamous episode where I twirled a dildo around off camera to make Tony Soprano laugh. I enjoyed that." Next on the list is Whitecaps, Season 4, Episode 13. Michael Imperioli says, "An incredible episode, primarily because of Gandolfini and Eddie Falcao. They're buying a summer house down the shore, but their marriage is falling apart. It's so intimate. It's like you're really eavesdropping on these people's lives. It's so honest and raw and real. It's some of the best acting I've seen anyway. I'll never forget it. And next they've chosen Marco Polo, which is season 5, episode 8. Imperioli says, the last one that I wrote, and one that's like a little movie unto itself. It's centered on this party for Carmela's father, but it reveals a lot of other stuff that was going on with the family. There's a sex scene in the pool with Carmela and Tony. I just loved how they played it and how it reignited their relationship that moment. That's one of the great things about The Sopranos, and a reason why it changed TV. You watch a lot of shows and characters are pretty defined in the beginning. They don't evolve over time. In The Sopranos, they definitely did. Next on the list is The Ride, season 6, episode 9. Imperioli says, this is a really good episode for Christopher. It features a montage where he's at a feast and he's high, and that song Dolphins by Fred Neil plays. There's something very lyrical and beautiful about it, and weird. That's a really big one for Christopher. His addiction really starts in season 1 and then progresses. He was dabbling and always into coke, but heroin becomes this bigger and bigger issue. I think we portrayed addiction very honestly in the show, and people who have had addiction issues themselves, or through family or friends, appreciated it. And finally, Sopranos Home Movies, season 6, episode 13. Steve Schirripa says, this was one of the final 9 episodes of the show. David Chase had enough confidence in me by then as an actor. So here I am with 2 Emmy winners. He means Gandolfini and Falcao. And Ada Turturro. Even after all these years working with these people, I was still in awe. The fight between my character Bobby and Tony is how 2 fat guys fight. They don't fight a phony Steven Seagal style fight. I think it turned out pretty good. We did 98% of that as the 2 of us without a stuntman. I was pretty sore after. Jim was a big, strong guy. So there you have it, some of the duo's favourite episodes of the show. What are your favourite episodes? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.